What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of Trinoline, Trolly, Truly, True, whatever the fuck you call it. Alright. Let's jump into this here. First episode is really interesting, I liked it. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and check it out. Alright, let's jump into this. The robotic... As soon as I start, my phone starts going ham. What the fuck, man? The Robotics Research Center, or more commonly known as the RRC, there was company-owned housing on site, but it was distinctly separate from the research facility itself. She doesn't take walks or anything. Not that I know of. There aren't that many people who have seen her in the first place. She's a hermit, huh? Oh, okay. There's some PR guy who goes on TV with her, or for her. So maybe she doesn't like going out in public. Which explained why the image I had of Sarah was stuck in her childhood form. I bet she's super hot now. Who knows? Come on, she was super pretty at all. The way Yuri described her as pretty rather than cute represented Sarah perfectly in my mind. Even back then, Sarah had a somewhat mature air to her. You could sense something mysterious within those distant eyes of hers. How pretty. I do believe that's the impression I had of her even in my younger days. That was why I admired her so. I wonder what she's like now. How long has her hair gotten? And what sorts of clothes does she wear? Maybe she'll surprise us and be a fan of comedy shows and stuff too. Hard to say. Yuri sounded like she was having a lot of fun speculating as we talked. What do you think, Shin? I bet you think she's gotten even prettier than before, huh? Who knows? You know, Smoogie-san better than I do. What's with the smirk? You were so obsessed with her too, Shun. Sarah, I mean. What are you talking about? Ugh. I let out an incredulous shadow sigh. You should have just told her how you felt. Gone out and gotten married while you were at it. That's way too hasty, any way you slice it. Shiron-chan said stuff like, if Oni-chan gets married to Sarah-chan, I'll be super happy since I'll get a big sister too. She never said anything like that to me. Don't have a thing for her anymore? Less interested, more supportive, just like you are. You dodged that one nicely. Yuri's grin was clearly intended to mock me. Actually, I have heard a little about Smoogie-san from my dad. Really? It's from a while back, but I heard she spends most of her time holed up in her room, doing nothing but research. Yes. Research, as they call it. That was the summed up version of what I had heard about Sarah from Dad. I never asked any follow-up questions on my own, nor did I have any idea what became of her after the fact. I'd feel pretty bad for her if she were still living like that even now. Yeah? If she's all by herself in that lab, just working away, makes you wonder. Still, she must be doing well. There's no way she'd be able to come up with so many inventions otherwise, right? That's not what I meant. I'm just saying, I'd feel bad for her if she never did anything fun. We played together all the time as kids. So I've been thinking about this a lot more than I probably should. Why not invite her to hang out during summer break then? During summer break? I made a suggestion in an attempt to do something about that depressed look she had on her face. I wonder if she'd see me. Do you think she'll even remember us? I'm not sure, but let's invite her anyways. If she turns us down, then that's fine. You're right. You gotta try inviting her out first. We better come up with some sort of special summer vacation plan that a shut-in like Sarah would jump at. The beach, a barbecue, and even mountain climbing. There's tons of fun stuff to do on this island. Just as Yuri puffed up her chest and regained her cheer, the silhouette of the school came into view. Alright, we're about to be at the school, boys. Good morning! It's kind of noisy this morning, huh? At the school gates, a raised voice with characteristic intonation reached my ears. It felt like I'd heard this off-kilter accent, as if from some pseudo-foreigner somewhere before. Shun. I'm starting to feel sick, so I'm gonna head home for the day. Huh? We weren't acting that way before, so why now? Good morning! Hello to ya! My attendance is getting pretty sketchy, so I didn't want to take the day off, but... That reminds me, aren't you on the disciplinary committee? You're not supposed to remember that right now. Hey, you two, over there! There are limits to how far you can stuff your heads into the sand, and how much you can show off your scandalous relationships out in front of the bloomin' gates. She saw me. Oh, shite! A disciplinary committee? That was a shitty ass accent, I'm sorry. Remember, clicking her tongue at an upperclassman, such disrespectful behavior could only come from the dodgy underbelly of a modern society. Also, you're getting in everyone's way. I wish you wouldn't interfere with me invigorating morning greeting campaign. I'm gonna stop that accent now. You're the one preventing me from attending, Hanako-senpai. Yelling hello like that is really embarrassing for someone my age. Why? If a little tyke can do it, why can't I? Senpai, please calm down. People are staring. If I recalled, her full name was Hanako F. Bristol. I can say that because that's a racetrack. It wasn't just for show. She seemed to be a genuine foreigner. Her accent was still suspicious, though. Who could stay calm in this situation, Shun? Scandalous relationships are against the school rules. Yuri and I aren't like that. Anyway, that doesn't really apply to us since we're not actually on school grounds yet. You got me there. I will overlook these. You mentioned a morning greeting campaign, but you're the only one here. Where are the other committee members? Anyone who wants to say hello should do it, given. Anyone who wants to say hello should do it. Giving everyone a jolly good greeting is important. Which is why I'll never force any committee member into these campaigns. Instead, I'll keep doing it by myself until everyone starts cheerfully greeting others on their own. She declared brazenly without malice nor sarcasm. I was pretty sure this candid side of her was the reason everyone adored her so much. Yuri, you're a disciplinary committee member. You need to act as a model for the other students. This isn't a demand, but a request. Would you please do your job? Yuri's reaction to Hanako Senpai's polite request was similar to an elementary student who had just been given food they disliked. As bad as she may have been at dealing with Hanako Senpai, Yuri was a meek girl at her core, so direct remarks like these were incredibly effective on her. Okay, Yuri. Morning to you both. Good morning. What? Did you say something? Good morning. That was brilliant. Would you like to join me in my next greeting campaign, Yuri? No, thank you. I have to be somewhere. Wait a minute. If you were to participate in my greeting campaigns, we could appeal to the school and have them reconsider your attendance situation. You can do that? I am the disciplinary committee president. I cannot make your poor attendance and early dismissals disappear. But if I present your lifestyle in a favorable light, I should be able to prevent you from repeating the year. Kana! Yuri groaned, seeming conflicted by the golden opportunity presented to her. I personally didn't want Yuri to repeat the year, so I hope she would accept Hanako-senpai's proposal. However, tardiness will result in Hirakiri. The forgetful will be beheaded and paraded around town. You're just spewing traditional Japanese concepts you learned in passing. I will be graduating next year, you know. Until then, I'll beat into ya exactly what a disciplinary committee member I'm supposed to be. Is supposed to be. Since you're gonna take me place and become the next committee president, I've never said one word about becoming the committee pres. What are you on about? You've got real potential, so I'm sure it'll be no problem for you. Huh? Morality wasn't built in a day. It's our duty to eradicate all that would disrupt the peace from this world. I don't remember ever joining any committee that was like some sort of secret society. Illuminati confirmed. Waves of students hurried past Tanaka-senpai and Yuri as their dispute unfurled. We were going to be late if we kept this up. Hanako-senpai, can we talk about this later? We're not going to make it in time for homeroom. Huh? I blinked 2 or 3 times. Just now for an instant. What's the matter, Shun? No, it couldn't be. She was a genius and had no reason to take classes. There's no way she'd come to school. Maybe I was going crazy since Yuri and I had been talking about it earlier. What? What's wrong? You got a fever or something? Yuri! Shun has gone mad. Shite! She ran away. Yuri! Wait for me! Now that their usual slapstick routine had ended, I recalled that earlier sight. Who the heck was that? Oh well. May as well head to class myself. Yucca. Seems you're not having much luck this morning, huh? You saw all that? The first person who spoke to me as I sat down my bag was my classmate, Ayeka Hibino-san. Yes, Yuri-chan was getting picked up. Yes, Yuri-chan was getting picked on quite a bit. Yeah, but if you were watching, I wish you would have said something. It looked to be quite troublesome. Oh, come on. I would have treated you to ice cream again in exchange for the help. Well, the moment has already passed. But it sounds like I'll never be able to shake the assumption that I'm some ice cream fanatic. Oh, you aren't? Well, I do love cold foods. Be it ice cream, shaved ice, or soft serve. Oh yes, given the season, I would recommend the tomato-flavored Gori Gori Kun Pops, which are only sold during the summer. Oh, that's right, Hibino-san was obsessed with some rather odd flavors. More importantly, stop labeling me as some stereotypical pushover character who will listen to whatever you say as long as you treat me to ice cream. That wasn't what I was shooting for. Really? We have known each other for quite some time now, but I still don't really understand you, Nanami-kun. I don't really have any special skills, nor do I have as many friends as you do, Hibino-san. It's empty like air. Really? We've got a new underclassman transferring into our school, so why not befriend them? Huh? Is that true? That's what I heard when I was on my way to the staff room earlier. This isn't even the start of a new term. Talk about weird timing. Perhaps their parents relocated. Not that there are any noteworthy jobs on this island aside from the RRC. The only other possibility was a tourist trade, which capitalized on the island's pristine beaches. Even so, it doesn't really affect our day-to-day lives. It is thanks to the RRC that we have convenience stores around, and we can come into contact with cutting-edge technology. Oh yeah, a prototype salty model came in last week at my next-door neighbor's house. She was absolutely adorable. That's a shopping assistant android, right? It'll need to be returned to the research center in another 2 weeks, though. The salty model Hibino-san mentioned was a type of humanoid robot developed by the RRC. It could carry your bags and automatically print receipts for ingredients. Although I called it humanoid, that was only to the extent that it was capable of upright bipedal movement. You could still distinguish it from a human at a glance. It would be wonderful if androids went into widespread use soon. I think it would make our lives even easier. I'm sure it won't take I'm sure it won't take very long once they get the laws and administrative issues all streamlined. This island was specifically chosen for android development, so it's accommodating in all sorts of ways. I think so too. I wondered if she was involved in the development of the androids visible occasionally around town as well. I'd gotten my hopes up when Hibino-san said transfer student, but it was a different matter altogether if the student was from a lower grade. Must have been seeing things earlier or something. That reminds me. It seemed like they were making a bigger fuss than usual when I passed by the staff room. I wonder if the transfer student is some super cute girl. Maybe they're not, and they've got some sort of pop quiz planned for us instead. You're sharp. I'd expect nothing less from you. Since that's a possibility, maybe I should take my seat just in case. Rino-san gave a gentle wave and returned to her desk. I had known Hibino-san about as long as Yuri, but we aren't nearly as close. Since that day, I found it difficult to express my feelings, so I was never able to drop the formalities around anyone aside from Yuri. She didn't let that bother her and always treated me impartially. For that I was grateful. Homeroom passed by as indifferently as ever. I ignored the teacher's ramblings and waited for the end of period bell to ring. And we're going to leave this episode here. Remember to give it a like, comment, hit the subscribe button for more videos. more visual novel videos, Dead by Daylight videos, gaming videos in general. Leave a comment of, you know, what you liked about the video, what you're doing, what you're up to, all this stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.